Hi guys, Ben here from Blooming Pretty Gardening Services. Today I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on how I put straight lines and double stripes in lawns. So this is a lawn that I've been looking after for the winter. It looks a bit rough now, but in the summer it always comes good. So I'm going to be using my Hayter 56. We're going to stripe down the lawn, back up, and we'll put double stripes in it. So we'll, when I get going, I put a double stripe all the way around the garden, right around the edge, so that I got somewhere to turn round. And then I usually start from the middle of the garden and find like a centre point. I just look at it and walk towards it with the mower going. This gives me the first straight line right into the middle of the garden, and then I come back up and go back down, so it gives me a double wide stripe. I can start from that fence you can see over my shoulder there. It is straight and it goes perpendicular to the house, so it gives a nice strong line down the garden. But I find this difficult when I'm doing double stripes to get the next stripe going the same direction as the one I've just done. So I always like to go from the middle of the lawn and work out one way, and then I'll come back to the centre and work out the other way as well, and it just gives me a much cleaner finish, and then I know I'm getting a double wide stripe. I have been doing this lawn with my Toro Turfmaster just because it's such a big lawn, but the Hayter always leaves a much nicer finish, much neater. So I'll just stop the recording, set up on my tripod. I'm probably going to work to that tree there over my shoulder. It's roughly in the centre of the garden. It's a little damson tree. It's seen better days, but it just gives me somewhere to start. And then, as you see, I start roughly in the middle of the garden, the lawn this side, just as a rough starting point. So I'll just stop it there. I'll put my camera on the tripod, and then I'll restart it and we'll go down. Right, run the tripod. I'll get the mower started and we'll have a quick walk down and back up again. Right, so that's the first lot of stripes put in. Just take you off and give you a quick look. So we've gone down there, come back up here, and we're going to go back down there and we can come back up this side, and that will put you your double striping for the centre. Right, so that's the double stripes put in. If we can get you off the tripod. So that's the first of the double stripes. You can barely see on this lawn. So there's the down stripe and the up stripe, and I'm set back up to go back down the down stripe the other side to put the white in, or the lighter stripe in the other side. So I'll just go down. When I go down now, I'll go down the edge to put my light stripe in here. I'll come back up the middle of this dark stripe here, but it will be a light stripe when I'm down at the bottom. So I'll come up there, and then I'll go down next to where I am now, so that it bring me out to here to put the double light stripe in that way. When I'm down at the bottom on that row, I'll turn round and I'll come back up the outside, so I'll come back up here, and then I'll go back down this stripe. So I'll just show you that. So, just take it back on the tripod and give you a show what I've done so far. Right, so flip the little screen around so I can see you. There we go. So there we go. I've started with the stripes, so we can see very, very faintly a light stripe, dark stripe, the light stripe, the dark stripe, and going back down on another light stripe now. When I'm going away, it gives you that light because it's the way the roller pushes the grass over. So what I do is go down the lawn, come back up again. So down the lawn and back up again, and down the lawn and back up again, which gives you your double stripes, 4 wide, 2 down, 2 up. Then when you're up at the top of this stripe here, that's why I leave a double strip all the way around the top. Turn round and you go back down. Then when you get to the bottom there, you turn around and you come back up the middle of this double stripe. And then you go down the outside there. When you're at the bottom, you turn around, you come back up there, and you go back down the middle of this stripe here, and then you come back up the outside, and that's where I'm up to now. I've just come up to the top, turned round, going back down the outside of my stripe there. It's very, very difficult to see because this grass is it's been scarified not that long ago, and I don't fertilise it, it just gets scarified, and it's not been done for quite some time, so it is a bit difficult to see, but they come, and then as you work on the lawn more and more, even if you don't feed it, the stripes do come back eventually, and then grass is remarkably resilient to most things. It takes a lot to kill it. Usually goes dormant before you can kill it. So here's where I've sort of scarified it a bit too much, and there's a lot of moss come out of it and thatch, but the grass is coming back. It's only been done a couple of weeks. I've been putting mulch around all the trees just to make them look a bit tidier. It's like homemade leaf mulch, and then the hedges are looking a bit tired and tatty. Mulched around that one, just makes it easier. Clear up this back corner here, mulch that bottom corner there. This one's looking, the grass never really grew there, so I thought I might as well put some mulch down. A lot of ivy in this hedge, so you can't see it as well from this end, the stripes. Here's the down stripe from the house, and we're going back up there, so the lighter stripe, the dark stripe, a light stripe, and that'll be another dark stripe here. But this lawn was terribly spongy a year ago, and I've just scarified it every couple of months, and we've got some of the sponginess has gone out of it. It doesn't it's not as springy anymore. I put a little bit of fertiliser down on it, which has it's a total lawn fertiliser, and it has some iron content in it. So I don't know if you can see it here, there's a couple of black spots coming in the lawn. That's where the iron's sitting on the moss, and it's dehydrating the moss, so killing it off a little bit. It won't work on all the moss, but it just helps to keep it at bay if you're using Total Lawns feed throughout the year. It just helps it keep at bay. It won't kill it. They do a product called Weapon of Moss Destruction, which is for like a moss killer or a moss controller, which it does help. If I remember on when I'm editing, I'll try and put in a video or a picture of this lawn taken from one of the upstairs windows, where I've got some different products on the lawn. So there I had Miracle-Gro 4-in-1. Here I just had a seaweed and instant green, and then in this patch here I actually put on Weapon of Moss Destruction, and within 2 weeks this patch of grass here looked really lush and green. And that's why there's a nice patch from about here to where the lawnmower is, and then about there, this way, where it looks a little bit greener and not as much moss in it, because I put the moss controller on it. So it'll take me about an hour to finish this off. It's a fairly big sized lawn, but it gives me something to do when it's gone a bit quiet. But like I say, I never stop mowing. I just go from a weekly to fortnightly mowing. So this was done about a fortnight ago. Not a lot will have come off that. If I just drop the bag off, that's what's come off that, doing the 8 stripes that I've done. So not a great amount. Usually in the summer that'll be full, going down and back up and down and back up, it'd be full. I think it might be down a little bit lower. I might have got the height of cut a little bit low on this lawn. It's down to about 1.5 inches. Well, that's the unmown section. So this is still got a bit of moss and thatch in it, and it's still a bit springy and spongy. So right, I hope you've enjoyed that video, and I'll leave it there. I'll see you in the next one. If you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button and the like button, I'd be much appreciated. See you in the next one.